Good morning, everyone, and happy Losar. So we'll start with the motivations. Okay, and there is a wonderful opportunity to start the new year. Well, many new years. This is the better new year. With the we can start with something virtuous, especially with the precept. That's even wonderful. So yeah, I'm glad that you all show up. Uh, so yeah, we can start the motivations. Make yourself comfortable. And let your breath to flow naturally. And keep your mind observing the breath mindfully. Then we can try to reflect, contemplate, and feel how fortunate and lucky we are to have this precious human life, which has incredible potential if we can tap on it correctly. Not only we can achieve temporary happiness in this life, better future life, better happiness in future, one can even achieve total freedom, liberation from the samsara and all the sufferings permanently. And more than that, it has the potential to achieve fully awakened state, the fully enlightened state. And not only it has incredible potential, we have gathered all the conducive conditions to practice the Dharma and actualize those potentials. Not everyone has been gather all the conducive conditions and also free from all the obstacles to practice the Dharma. Not every beings have those conditions. Not even all the human beings have all these conditions. So therefore, we're so fortunate, incredibly fortunate to have gathered all the conditions. And how fortunate, lucky, even more so, to be alive. So many people with our same age, and younger than many of them younger than us. There are no more in the world. And we could have also died earlier. But fortunately, so far, we're still alive, giving us the opportunity to practice, to practice the Dharma. Even though we're alive now, we will be gone one day for sure, definitely. The only thing that we don't know is when we are going to die. Maybe after 50 years, maybe after 20 years, or maybe next 10 years, next 5 years, or forcefully this year, this month, this week. We never know. Therefore, I'm going to practice now before the death comes as much as possible. To practice as much as possible. And the purpose of practicing the Dharma is to free and liberate myself and all sentient beings from all their suffering and cause of suffering permanently. And to lead and guide all sentient beings, including oneself, to the ultimate happiness of fully awakened state. In order to do that, I must achieve the fully awakened state as soon as possible. I must achieve the fully awakened state. I'm going to achieve the fully awakened state. In order to achieve fully awakened state, I'm going to engage in taking the Eight Mahayana Precept, and engage in all the bodhisattva practice, virtuous practice. Then we can imagine and visualize all sentient beings surrounding us as vast as the space, all in human form. Engage in the practice together with us. In the space, you can visualize your root guru in the form of the Shakyamuni, and surrounded by all the gurus, Idams, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Dharma, protectors, and all their wisdom Dharma in the form of spiritual scripture in front of each of them. Try to generate strong, heartfelt faith, trust, confidence. The Guru, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. To help us, to support us in our path to enlightenment, so that we can be greatest benefit to all sentient beings. Okay, so then page number 24. So we do once in English and maybe chant twice in Tibetan. The Guru is the Buddha, the Guru is Dhamma, the Guru is Sangha also. The Guru is the creator of all happiness. To all Gurus I go for refuge. Lama Sangye Lama Shede Shin Lama Gede Oji Che Bola Ilama Nanga Kyasuchi Lama Sangye Lama Shede Shin Lama Gede Geshe Lama Ilama Kyasuchi. Generate the bodhicitta with the thought, desiring to liberate the migrated beings. I always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha until the heart of enlightenment is achieved. With the perseverance, acting with wisdom, compassion, loving kindness, in the eyes of the Buddha, for the benefit of sentient beings, I generate the thought of full enlightenment. You find the place, you visualize the whole place, transform into like pure land. Everywhere may the ground be pure, free of the darkness of bubble and so forth. May it be in the nature of love is blessing, and as smooth as the palm of one's hand. May the human and divine offerings, actually arranged and mentally created, clouds of finest Samanvadara offerings, fill the entire space. Om Namo Bhagavate Vatsasaya Pamadane Tada Kataya Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Tayata Om Vase Vase Maha Vase Maha Teja Vase Maha Vidya Vase Maha Bodhi Sita Vase Maha Bodhi Madhapasam Pramana Vase Savakama Avarana Vishodhane Vase Soha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vatsasaya Pamadane Tadakataya Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Tayatha Om Vase Vase Maha Vase Maha Teja Vase Maha Vidya Vase Maha Bodhi Siddha Vase Maha Bodhi Madhava Sampamana Vase Sawaka Avarana Vishuddhane Vase Soha O Namo Bhagavate Vajrasaya Pramodane Tathagataye Arhate Sannyasam Buddhaya Tayatha O Vajra Vajra Mahateja Vajra Mahabhitya Vajra Mahabodhisiddha Vajra Mahabodhi Madhava Sampramana Vajra Savaka Avarana Vishuddhana Vajra So. Imagine, visualize whole space filled with all the offerings of drinking water, washing water, flowers, all kinds of flowers, incense, light, perfume, food, music, and for seven precious objects and all kinds of offerings, both humans and divine offerings. Okay, we continue the power of the truth. By the power of the truth of the sublime one, the blessings of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, the great will of the completion and truthfulness, in the sphere of phenomena being pure and inconceivable. May the clouds of offerings arising to its transformation of the Bodhisattva, Arya, Samandapata, Manjushri, and so forth, unimaginable and inaudible, echoed in the sky, arise in the eyes of the Bodhisattva, in directions big sea. So we do the invocations. Ma lu se me je gun je gun ju shin du te pon je mi se chon je la In English, Savior of all beings without exception, perfect knower of all things, divine destroyer of incapable matter, but one in narration, please come here. So we do the appropriation while we recite. Om Namo Manjushri, Namo Sushi, Namo Dhamma Shri. Om Namo Manjushri, Namo Sushi, Namo Dhamma Shri. Om Namo Manjushri, Namo Sushi, Namo Dhamma Shri. Namo Dhamma Shri, Geshe Shabbat. Yandava Zobe Sangye Pejo, Shakya Dubala Chasa, Shakya Tujo, Tungi Lato, Namo Deva Dhamde, Dishe Shabata, Maybe we recite the mantra and the praise with prostrations. O Namo Menjoshe, Namo Sushe, Namo Uttamashe So. To the Guru, the founder, the Bhagavan, Tathagata, Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, glorious conqueror, Shakyamuni Buddha, I prostrate, make offerings, go for refuge. Please grant me your blessings. In 7 limbs. Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind. I present God for every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated in beginningless time, and rejoice in the merit of holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of such existence, and attend the will of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. The first verse we do in Tibetan and then the second verse in English. Sa shi pe ki cho shi me to dhamma re ra le se Nye de gen ba de sangye shen do mye de o wai Dogen namada shila shevarajo. The object of my attachment, aversion, ignorance, friend, enemy, and friendship, and my body, wealth, and enjoyment. Without any sense of love, I offer this collection. Please accept it with the pleasure and bless me with the freedom from the three poisons. Itam Guru Rana Mandala Atayami. So, if you can do 3 prostrations. And then if you can, try to kneel down. Otherwise, you can stay wherever. Then repeat the 3 times. And the third time, I will also remind, is when you visualize that you receive the Eight Mahayana Precept. Again, try to generate a strong bodhicitta mind in order to liberate and help all sentient beings from all the suffering and cause of suffering, and lead them to fully awakened state, the ultimate happiness. I must achieve fully awakened state as soon as possible. Therefore, I'm going to take the Eight Mahayana Precept and keep them pure as much as possible. . With that, then you repeat. All the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dwelling in the 10 directions, please pay attention to me, just, just as the previous Tathagatas, four destroyer, perfectly completed Buddhas, who, like the divine white horse and the great elephant, did what had to be done, performed actions, laid down the burden, subsequently attained their own welfare, completely exhausted the fetter to existence, and had perfect speech, well-liberated mind, and well-liberated wisdom, for the welfare of all sentient beings, in order to benefit, in order to liberate, in order to eliminate famine, in order to eliminate war, in order to stop the harms of all elements, in order to eliminate the sickness, in order to fully complete the 37 practice harmonious with the enlightenment, and in order to definitely actualize the unsurpassed result of perfect, complete enlightenment, perform that restoring and purifying ordination. Similarly, also I, who am called to serve from now, this time until sunrise tomorrow, for the welfare of all sentient beings, in order to benefit, in order to liberate, in order to eliminate famine, in order to eliminate war, in order to stop the harms of four elements, in order to eliminate sickness, in order to fully complete the 37 practice harmonious and enlightenment, and in order to definitely actualize the unsurpassed result of perfect, complete enlightenment, shall perfectly undertake the restoring and purifying ordination. Again, generate a strong wish to in order to liberate all sentient beings from all the suffering permanently and to lead them to ultimate happiness, I must achieve fully awakened state. Therefore, I'm going to take Eight Mahayana Precepts and keep them purely, just like all the previous Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and Arhat have done. Okay, for the second time. All the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dwelling in the 10 directions, please pay attention to me, just as the previous Tathagatas, four destroyers, perfectly completed Buddhas, who, like the divine white horse and the great elephant, did what had to be done, performed actions, laid down the burden, subsequently attained their own welfare, completely exhausted the fetter to existence, and had a perfect speech, well-liberated mind, and well-liberated wisdom, for the welfare of all sentient beings, in order to benefit, in order to liberate, in order to eliminate famine, in order to eliminate war, in order to stop the harms of all elements, in order to eliminate sickness, in order to fully complete the 37 practice harmonious with enlightenment, and in order to definitely actualize the unsurpassed result of perfect, complete enlightenment, perfectly perform the restoring and purifying ordination. Similarly, also I, who am called to the Sherab, from this time until sunrise tomorrow, for the welfare of all sentient beings, in order to benefit, in order to liberate, in order to eliminate famine, in order to eliminate war, in order to stop the harm of all elements, in order to eliminate sickness, in order to fully complete the 37 practice harmonious with enlightenment, and in order to definitely actualize the unsurpassed result of perfect, complete enlightenment, shall perfectly undertake the restoring and purifying ordination. Then the third time at the end, then that's where you imagine, visualize, most important part. Imagine, visualize that you actually receive this Eight Mahayana precept. Again, try to think, how sentient beings are lost in samsara and experiencing one of the sufferings, some suffering of pain, some suffering of change, some suffering of all pervasive, some, all of them, all the time. And even though they do not wish suffering, due to ignorance, they continue to create the cause and condition for suffering. Even they wish for happiness, unable to create the right cause and condition through happiness. Totally confused, lost in suffering. Now, when we have met the Dharma, know the Dharma a little bit, have some interest, have all the right condition. Now is the time to help the mother sentient beings to free from all these confusions, being lost and experience sufferings. And in order to do that, I myself need to achieve fully awakened state as quick as possible. And for that, I need to engage in both of the path practices. Therefore, I'm going to take Eight Mahayana Precepts from all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And not only take the precept, but keep them purely without diluting them. From now until the sunrise tomorrow. As much virtuous as possible. Be as patient, kind, compassion as much as possible. Throughout the day and night. So we recite for the third time. All Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dwelling in the same direction, please pay attention to me. Just as the previous Tathagata, four destroyers, perfectly completed Buddhas, who like the divine white horse and the great elephant, did what had to be done, perform action, lay down their burden, subsequently attained their well, completely exhausted the failure to existence, and had spent this well-liberated mind, well-liberated wisdom, for the welfare of all sentient beings, in order to benefit, in order to liberate, in order to eliminate famine, in order to eliminate war, in order to stop the harms of forgetfulness, in order to eliminate sickness, in order to fully complete the 37 practices harmonious enlightenment, in order to definitely actualize the unsurpassed result of perfect complete enlightenment, perfectly perform the restoring and purifying ordination, Similarly, also I, who am called to the Sherab, from this time until sunrise tomorrow, for the welfare of all sentient beings, in order to benefit, in order to liberate, in order to eliminate famine, in order to eliminate war, in order to stop the harm of four elements, in order to eliminate sickness, in order to fully complete the 37 practices harmonious with enlightenment, and in order to definitely actualize and surprise the goal of perfect complete life, shall perfectly undertake the restoring and purifying holiness. So you can visualize, imagine, think that you receive the perfect Eight Mahayana Precept. Okay, continue. With a strong uh, resolution, determination to keep those precepts purely. So then we decide again together. You can imagine repeating. From now on, I shall not kill, I shall not steal others' possessions, I shall not engage in sexual activity, I shall not speak the false word, because many mistakes arise from intoxicants. I shall avoid intoxicants. I shall not sit on a large, high, or expensive place. I shall not eat food at wrong times. I shall not use the perfumed gardens of ornaments. I shall avoid singing, dancing, and playing music, just as the arhats have avoided wrong actions, such as taking the lives of others. So shall I avoid wrong actions, such as taking the lives of others. May I quickly attain the enlightenment, and may living beings who are experiencing the various sufferings be released from the ocean of cyclic existence. Omo Omo Gashela Sambara Bara Mahashuddha Sada Pema Bhuvi Kida Buddha Dara Dara Samanta Avadokete Hum So Omo Omo Gashela Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sada Pema Bhuvi Kida Buddha Dara Samanta Avadokete Hum So Omo Omo Gashela Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sat Bima Bhuve Kida Puja Dara Dara Samanda Avaloke De Hum Peso Omo Omo Gashela Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sat Bima Bhuve Kida Puja Dara Dara Samanda Avaloke De Hum Peso Omo Omo Gashela Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sata Pema Bhuveke Buddha Dara Dara Samanta Avalokete Hompe So Omo Omo Gashela Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sata Pema Bhuveke Buddha Dara Dara Samanta Avalokete Hompe So Omo Omo Gashela Sambara Bara Mahashuddha Sada Pema Bhuve Kita Puja Dharata Samanda Avaloke De Hum Beso Omo Omo Gashela Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sada Pema Bhuve Kita Puja Dharata Samanda Hum Beso Omo Omo Gashela Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sat Pema Bhuve Keda Buddha Dharata Samanda Avaloke Hum Beso Omo Omo Gashela Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sat Pema Bhuve Keda Buddha Dara Dara Samanda Avaloke Hum Beso Omo Omo Geshe La Sam Bara 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 Ma Shudas Pema Bhuva Kyuda Buddha Dara Dara Samenda Awa Lokite So Omo Omo Geshe La Sam Bara 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 Ma Shudas Pema Bhuva Kyuda Buddha Dara Dara Samenda Awaloge de hum be soha. Omo omo gashi la sam bara 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 ma shuddha sada pema bhuva kita buddha dara. Samanda awaloge de hum be so. Omo omo gashi la sam bara 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 ma shuddha sada pema bhuva kita buddha dara. Samanda awaloge de hum be so. Omo omo gashe la sam bara 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 ma shuddha sada pema bhuve kita buddha dara samanda avaloge de hum beso. Omo omo gashe la sam bara 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 ma shuddha sada pema bhuve kita buddha dara samanda avaloge de hum beso. Omo omo gashe la sam bara 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 ma shuddha sada pema bhuve kita buddha dara sameda awa loge de hum beso. Omo omo gashe la sam bara 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 ma shuddha sada pema bhuve kita buddha dara dara sameda awa loge de hum beso. Omo omo gashe la sam bara 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 ma shuddha sada pema bhuve kita Buddha dara dara sameda awa loge de hum beso. Omo omo gashe la sam bara bara ma shuddha sutta pema bhuve kita Buddha dara sameda awa loge de hum beso. Omo omo gashe la sam bara bara ma shuddha sutta pema bhuve kita Buddha dara dara sameda awa loge de hum beso. May I maintain the flawless morality of the rules and immaculate morality. May the perfection of moral conduct be completed in keeping morality purely and unstained by the Christ. So then one can do visual three prostration if you can. Then we take few moments to rejoice in having made this effort and to have this incredible, wonderful intention to take the precept and to come here and to be able to take the precept and to start the day with such incredible commitment and precept. How wonderful is rare. And we rejoice in all the virtues that we have created this week, this month, this year, this life. All the Dharma studies, we have done all the different practices that we have done. All the positive thoughts we had, all the kind speech, virtue speech, all the service, help, support that we have been able to provide in whatever way. We rejoice how wonderful that we are been able to do, and make strong resolution to be continued to offer engage in the virtues. Even more strongly. Being mindful and watching my own mind so that I don't get upset, angry, jealous, strong desire for attachment, so forth. His contributions towards better world, more harmonic, peaceful world. When we are able to take care of our own mind, we don't contribute towards the divisions, towards the fight in the world. Contribution towards the world, peace, harmony, start with ourselves, with our mind. Be in peace with yourself and with others in your mind. And on the basis of that peace, harmony in your own heart, loving kindness, compassion, wisdom, may we be able to do more. May we be able to offer more. Towards the peace, harmony, happiness of all sentient beings in the world. Okay, so we go to a dedication. We do one in English and then we chant Tibetan. May the Supreme Jewel Bodhisattva that has not arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish, but increase more and more. Changju Sen Chorin Boche Ma Ke Pa Na Ke Kyu Ke Wa Nyam Pa Me Ba Yam Kong Le Kong Do Pe Wa Shu. Because of the merit of taking the ordination and keeping the precepts, may I and all sentient beings achieve the true enlightenment for all the bodies, created by true force, merit, and transcendental wisdom. May all beings everywhere plagued by the suffering of body and mind obtain in the ocean happiness and joy by virtue of my merit. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or evil for ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with the mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on final report. May the naked find clothing, hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those who live with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicine be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be free from their ailments. Whatever disease there are in the world, may they be healed again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be free. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. His Holiness Dalai Lama's 36. Ari Rave Koe Shinkam De Endan Dewa Malu Chungwe Ne Chenre Senwa Denze Jasoyi Shabe Side Patu Tenjo Shi. Then the Mixema. Person request Lama Songkhara. Me je we te che se te me kembe ombo jambe kanje kebe song ke song kaba lo san tabe shabla so te me je we te se te me kembe ombo jambe kanje kebe song ke song kaba lo san tabe shabla so ate me zele se te me kembe ombo jambe kanje kebe song kaba lo san tabe shabla so ate. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming, Geshe.
Thank you. So, yeah, that is all, unless someone has any questions regarding this.
Let's talk all the Bala Madonna.
Yeah, you can just touch it. Touch it, yeah. But if you want exception, then no, joking. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then we can just take a bite. I think it should be just a bite. Should be okay. Any other? Yes, please.
In regards to the on expensive beds or seats like that, is my bed fine?
Is it expensive? No, I'm just joking. You know, and normally a lot of time people just sleep on their bed. Some people maybe they sleep on floor, so again, or low if they low bed. But I think the main idea is not to have attachment and pride and that, the whole, as long as you know the concept behind that, why those is to help us not to be too. Sometimes when you are in high bed and expensive, there can be pride involved. There could be attachment involved, like singing, make up all of this, something to do with that, But if we are doing something for benefit to others, it's like even thinking if you have to perform as your job or to help someone, those are okay, So of course we have to be more mindful and check our motivation and everything. As long as that, and I think, yeah, that you don't have to feel that you have to go somewhere else to sleep. Yes, please. Okay, yes.
Geshe says you cannot use perfume.
Yeah, normally we don't use that day. If you already use it, no problem. It's after taking so sometime before you come, you should have eat more. No, so it's okay before that, but after for next 24 hours, we try to avoid them. And again, in some cases, your job and certain other things required, then again, those are something else. Is again, as I said, is to more to do with our attachments and all of that, and for certain activities, performance, job, sometimes it might be required, so that might be different things. Yes.
Geshe, especially with say the singing part, what happens if I forget and I sing a little tune during the day? What do I do?
Then we do the purifications. We become mindful of that, and we do the purifications, whether we do Vasala purification or whether we do the Omomagashila Sambarabara as well. So we see what you try to do the purifications.
So you can take a photo if you want. It's on page 31. The mantra of pure morality.
Yeah, and you can do Vasada purifications, short 28, long 21.
Not to eat food at a long time. What do you mean by long?
Yeah. It has to be finished exactly noon. No, I'm joking. Wrong time is not eating after the lunch. Normally, we try to eat before the noon, okay, if possible. But sometimes people have job, they don't, and other things, they cannot eat before noon. The best is to eat before noon, finish by noon, and not eat anything after the noon. For whatever reason, your job, if it is a little bit late than noon, it's past noon, 12:30, 1, 2, whatever. But once you have lunch, then you don't eat anything after the lunch,
So the precept is only for
24 hours. Yeah, until tomorrow morning, sunrise. And so that is the wrong. And then black food, we try to avoid black foods, meats, eggs, and garlics, onions. Yeah, sometimes also radish. And so we try to avoid those what is known as black food, during the precepts. And there are different versions in terms of whether you can eat in the morning or not. If you don't, lighter version, it's okay as long as you don't eat after the noon. But if you want to be a little more strict, then you have one meal or you have 2 meals, but not after the noons. So again, there can be a little bit more strict, lighter versions, whatever, however, take it. So yeah.
And Geshe, for no jewelry, what about like wedding ring? What do you? See you later.
Yeah, I don't think those are probably. I think the main is to put more ornaments and that to impress and to have that attachment. I don't think those are so something that you have in all that. There's nothing involved with that and those things. I don't think that is issue with that. I think as long as we remember why we are doing that, sometimes you forget the essence, and then we get too caught up in those outings, and then we lose the essence. I think that as long as we remember that and we try to keep that, I think that's more important.
So
Yes.
you said before move, then I can have my dinner tonight?
Nothing after the lunch. Nothing after the lunch. You can drink, but not eat anything after the lunch.
Oh, no biscuits, nothing.
Nothing. Oh, sorry. Nothing biting. But you can drink. Drinking is okay.
It's not alcohol.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.